Thank you for coming this morning. My name is Ken Stoll, and my wife Dawn and I began this company in 2011. Now we are in 6 counties. We get a lot of new clients every week, and we need caregivers all the time. Our mission statement, which Dawn and I developed when we began the company, is simply this: to help people to be as independent as possible for as long as possible in their own home. That's really important to people today. We also have 2 values that we think are the top things that we want to do. The first is to provide quality care. No matter how ornery that 82-year-old client is, we still want to give them quality care. And the second one is professionalism. What do I mean by professionalism? That is, again, no matter how ornery they get, that we deliver quality care with respect and dignity, and that we listen to their preferences and what they want, and we do things in such a way that will be seen as a professional caregiver. Our caregivers are the face of ComForCare Home Care to deliver that quality care and to be the professionals they need to be. You are the keys to success. Here in mid-Michigan, we are in 6 of the poorest counties here in Michigan. So all of our clients are not private pay. In fact, 90% of our clients are Medicaid funded. They cannot afford the kind of home care that we give them, but they deserve quality care. Your pay rate is based on what Medicaid pays us. We compensate for that a little bit with our bonus programs, but your pay will increase as Medicaid increases their reimbursement to us. And also, the longer you're with us, the higher your pay will be. More important than your pay rate, however, is we hope that you will enjoy working for ComForCare Home Care. We have a wonderful staff here to support you, and we just trust that you find home care as a career that you enjoy, giving quality care and being professional with our dear seniors and our deserving veterans. You are going to become a great caregiver for ComForCare if you remember 3 C's very easily. Keep remembering them for the years you work with us. The first one is the word communicate. As in any relationship, whether in marriage or friends, the more you talk to each other, the more you share your problems, the more you share your concerns, the more you share your ideas, we work together better. So please, talk to your schedulers. Let them know what you're experiencing, problems that you have. Call the office if you need resources, but communicate, over-communicate with us. Even though we have a lot of caregivers, we have great schedulers and case managers, and this is really important to the life of our company. The second C is the word care plan. Care plan, we do a care plan for every client, specifically to their needs, to their information, emergency numbers, and so forth. As you go into a home, you will find this folder in the home, hopefully. If you don't find a folder when you go in as a new caregiver for that client, call the office immediately, because that means they've lost it or they've hidden it or something like that, and that happens. So look for the folder, and inside you will find a care plan. Follow what's on the care plan. Don't do too much more. Certainly don't do any less. Because if you follow the care plan, you will do exactly the right thing for that client. The third C to remember, beyond communication and care plan, is probably the most important, and that's the word compassion. Compassion doesn't mean that you like the client. The word compassion doesn't mean you can become best friends with the client. What it means is that you're concerned that they get the quality care they deserve. These folks that we deal with, you've got to remember, they've lost their decision making. Other people are making decisions for them and they don't like it. They've lost their ability to drive. Their friends don't come around as often and they can't get out of the house and go see their friends. And many times their family has abandoned them, which is a shame. In addition to those social things, many of them are also in extreme pain. Pain makes you grouchy. I know. I've had 5 back surgeries. Just ask my wife if I wasn't grouchy through every one of them. Pain makes you grouchy. So whether these clients are grouchy or sweet as pie, whether they're angry or peaceful, even if they call you names, be a professional. Let it slide off your back. Because I'll tell you honestly, don't take it personally. It's not about you, it's about their situation. So compassion goes a long way. Remember the 3 C's. Communicate with our schedulers, case managers, and the office. Follow the care plan, and exercise compassion for these folks. You do those 3 things, you are going to be a great caregiver. Thank you for attending our orientation. What I want to show you now is how to use a GAIT belt. Some of you have used GAIT belts before, but there's a newer technique that we hope will save your back as well as keep the client safe and keep you safe. So we're going to pretend that Randa here is on her bed, and I'm coming in to transfer her to the wheelchair. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that the wheelchair is as close to the edge of the bed as possible and at a 45-degree angle. The second thing that's important is that you make sure that the brakes are on the wheelchair, because you don't want to transfer the client into the wheelchair and then have it running off. That doesn't work. So I like to explain to the client what's going to happen so they're fully aware and don't get scared. So Randa, what we're going to do is on the count of 3, I'm going to lift you up and I'm going to transfer you over here. And we're going to pretend that Randa cannot use her legs, because someone that can use their legs, just let me see, just come up a second, stand up. When they stand up like this and their legs are okay, then you can just kind of use baby steps and help them down. That's an easy transfer. The tough one is when the client can't walk at all and needs to be transferred totally. So that's what we're going to do. So Randa, on the count of 3, when we're ready, I'm going to transfer you from this chair, from your bed, to this wheelchair, okay? Now, you'll want to go behind the client or to the side of the client, and Randa, I'd like for you to move to the edge of the bed. So you help them move to the edge of the bed. Sometimes they're too sore underneath their arms for one reason or another, so you can use the GAIT belt to do that. Now we've put this GAIT belt around Randa already and measured it. It is flexible and it is adjustable. We use the kind that have this kind of a clip rather than the old kind with the metal and so forth. The rule of thumb is if you can put 1 finger in only, it is too tight. If you can put 3 fingers in, it's too loose, sideways. So if you can put 2 fingers in sideways like this, then it's just right. So Randa's on the edge of the bed, and what you want to do is make sure they move their legs as far apart as possible, okay? And then you put your leg in like this, very much like a runner about ready to take off for a race. You've seen runners down like this, but long distance runners, they start off like this, okay? You want to keep your back as straight as possible. You don't want to do the old style, which is like leaning over or locking your knees with her, something like that, because when you bend your back, you do that too many times, you're going to get sore back. So you put the legs as far apart as possible, okay? And then you put this leg in. Now, if I put this leg in and transfer her this way, I'll break my leg. You don't want to do that. So, you put this leg in because I'm going this direction. And then you grab the side of the belt and then say, Randa, put your arms or your hands on my arms. Okay? Now, if you don't do that and they feel like they're slipping at all, they'll grab you around the neck and you'll both go down. So make sure you say that as well. So Randa, on the count of 3, and don't use your legs, pretend like you're a dead weight. Okay. I'm going to transfer you over to the wheelchair. You ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Then you help her back to the back of the wheelchair and you're done. Okay? I'm going to show you that one more time. So get back over here.
Do you want me to start on the edge or all the way back?
Come one way to the edge, okay? Put the legs apart. Remember, not this leg unless you're going this way. This leg. Put your hands on my arms. On the count of 3, I'm going to transfer you to the wheelchair, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, I've seen a little old lady do this with a 300-pound man and not hurt her back. The idea is that you get your back straight, you come in like this, and you transfer like that. You don't move your feet around, you do it all in one motion. Woo, like that. And that's the best way to transfer a client.